What is happening? Something is going on. Can you feel the wave?
Free. So it's how do we transmute fear, limited mental, emotional states of mind conditioning. It's a monumental process. Well, my background philosophically and spiritually is Kabbalistic, and the Kabbalistic understanding is that there is only one spirit, there's only one being, there's only one consciousness, which for a better word is God. If we don't want to get into religion, it's your I am presence. Everything emanates from a point. In the East it's called the Atman. Everything that exists through all dimensions of space is intimately connected to this infinite point of consciousness. And each of us, each human being, individually and collectively, is connected to this infinite mind, infinite consciousness, which is basically directing the action. It's just the play is that we think our egos, the ego, human mind, personality, thinks it's running the show, which is really gross arrogance and ignorance on an absolutely core level. So part of the deal is, in the spiritual awakening, is to realize that the personality surrenders to the awareness of his own inner self, the Christ self, the inner self, the light. And that's really what's going on, is a spiritual awakening to the truth of the oneness that is. And then we allow the oneness within ourselves to begin to guide and direct. We've attempted to create things in our way, and you can look at the world, environmental disasters, wars, poverty, sickness, disease, all these things reflect a consciousness that's out of touch with the light, as far as I'm concerned. But it was also perfect because it was something that we had chosen. We had chosen to have the experience of sort of doing it our way. And now we're going to realize that for us to really rectify and transform and create a world that is really reflects the truth of who we are, we're really going to have to align and tune with higher intelligence. And this higher intelligence is interested in it contacting us, as now more and more people are wanting to contact it. So there's a unification that's happening, spirit, mind, and body. So how do we deal with fundamental Christianity? The only way is from a point of compassion and to what I do, because this is an area that I'm very interested in, because a lot of fundamental Christians, which is a Piscean misinterpretation of the Bible, are going to have to come into the age of spirituality, the age of awareness. The Christ energies is not about, the real Christ energies is all about compassion and tolerance on a very deep level. And it's not about making anybody wrong or being in judgment of anybody else. And you watch a man like Robinson, he's very judgmental and very opinionated, and he's really dealing with a lot of his own unconsciousness. But his problem, in quotes, is that he's self-righteous, which is and with self-righteousness you have arrogance, which is also part of ignorance. So rather than saying, I have the up on him, it's to be aware of where people are at. And the way I look at my own life, and I'm looking at everybody else in this process of accelerated change, is that we're in a place of what I call progressive awareness. So that keeps one in a state of humility, because we're dealing with infinity, we're dealing with consciousness that is actually infinite, and our own awareness is the awareness that we have based upon our level of perception, experience, and what we believe to be so. And therefore, we're really always in the state of not knowing. And I think the challenge that we're really in now is to be okay about being okay, living comfortably with uncertainty. Rather than having to try to understand everything, I think it's more important to be present and to focus on what you want to see happen in your life and focus on the good. And everything else will take care of itself.